Hi, everybody. This is Jean Falb, and today I was going to do a little presentation on estimated payments. Oftentimes, taxpayers who own a business have exposure to this and understand it, and but it can happen to anyone. So I'm going to share my screen and take you to the IRS website, which is always a shockingly fun thing to do. So I just went to their estimated taxes for individuals. And I guess I wanted to point out, first of all, that if you expect to owe more than $1,000 when you file your return, you could be in a situation where you would possibly have a penalty. So keep that in mind. And this oftentimes happens when you have a business, like I pointed out. But there could be other triggers, like you received a lot of interest or dividends or capital gains or a prize or an award. Maybe you started taking Social Security or a pension and you didn't have any withholding taken out. Now your income is increased. Maybe you have more than one job, and that's fine. What I would caution you is if you make a total of $40,000 from job one, the withholding profile is different than if you make $20,000 from one employer and $20,000 from another. Those two employers don't talk to each other, and the assumption that the tax tables are making is, well, you're only going to make $20,000, so I'm not going to hold very much. And that kind of pinches people. So you want to have a real good understanding of what your withholding is when you have more than one job. And if you're self-employed, you probably know somebody or have heard of somebody who gets in trouble because they haven't been able to make their estimated taxes. Perhaps you're doing direct sales or in-home sales. If you're doing Young Living or LuLaRae, I'm not sure if that's correct, the name of it, but that type of a thing, or supplements, you're going to get a 1099 from the company and no withholding is going to be taken out. So you're going to have that income without any tax taken out in that in that scenario. And then there's a whole sharing economy. That's going to be a whole nother video because I think it's important that we talk about that. There are some tools here. The withholding calculator on the IRS website can help you walk through that. I'm going to do a separate video on that. Keep in mind your estimated payments are due April, June, September, and January. So we've already missed the first deadline for 2019 estimated payments. That doesn't mean you shouldn't make them, but you should be working with a tax preparer and getting the coupons worked out, dialing in what it is that you might need. If you have an event coming, like you said, you're going to start taking your Social Security in 6 months, get with your tax preparer and do some planning so that you're not in a pickle at tax time. So I have a client who is self-employed, and they have a system where they take a percentage of their sales and withhold that and then make their quarterly payments. It works really well because they don't get behind. They don't spend that money. It's all inside their QuickBooks. It's not that complicated. If you want help setting something like that up for your business, just reach out to me and let me know. It's given this particular person peace of mind, and I often try to, I suggest it and or implement it with other clients. So if that helps you sleep at night, that's a pretty simple thing to do. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I will be doing one on a withholding calculator, and then I'm going to, like I mentioned, doing the sharing economy. So I know this is frightfully exciting to be on the IRS website, but I don't want you guys in trouble. I want you to stay safe out there. So hopefully you found this useful information, and we will talk soon. Ciao.